Another week has gone by, so it's time once again to delve into the cesspit of the internet because, again, I've been trawling the depths of X and TikTok to find yet more clips of people blissfully unaware that their words and or behaviour are, at best unusual, at worst utterly vile. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to People Being Awful Part 40. Let's kick off with a rather confused person being interviewed.
Okay, fair enough. I identify as that, but that's who I am. I am not a man.
Sure, so having a penis doesn't make you less of a woman?
No, it doesn't. And not having a penis doesn't make you any less of a man. Right. So, no.
So could I become a woman if I felt like becoming one like tomorrow?
No.
First up, when did the word penis get so normalised? It used to be, that's a word you heard half a dozen times in sex education, and then if you went to the doctor with something unfortunate. But since the confused men in dresses started making the headlines, it's everywhere. Every morning I turn on the news on the radio at 5:30, and you can guarantee within the first few minutes the newsreader will be banging on about genitals. Now, of course, the vast majority of trans people are just trying to live their lives, and if that's you, I wish you the very best. But this chap here, this sort of wannabe Morticia Adams, having a penis doesn't make him less of a woman. Sorry, the only time that having a penis doesn't make a woman less of a woman is if she's got one upper. Amazingly, I'm not a doctor. And we also know the cocks in frocks, they aren't really women, but when the interviewer asks, can I be a woman? No, you can't. Sir, you are not a woman either. You're not even trans, you do not have gender dysphoria. You are a cross-dressing pervert living out your fetish in public.
You will see trans women in public, but here's the thing. Maybe they're not going to be wearing dresses, maybe they're not going to be wearing press-on nails, maybe they're not going to be wearing makeup, maybe they're going to look just like this. My name is Hazel, and I'm a trans woman, but when I go out in public, I dress like I've been dressing for the last 10 years or so. The most I'm doing to feminize myself is keeping my hair long and shaving my face every morning, but that's it. I am not at the point where I feel comfortable going out and dressing the way I want to dress. See, what I'm doing is a thing called masking. I am trying to look as inconspicuous as possible because I am not ready to show that side of myself. Understand this. There's hundreds, thousands of trans people out there who want to dress and present the way that they feel is most authentic to them. But because of society or just general anxiety of it all, they don't. So chances are, there's a ton of trans people out in public. But maybe we're not ready for you to see that. And if that scares you, you might want to check yourself. You might want to ask why. Because we're not going anywhere.
Okay, now I'm confused. So Hazel is a trans woman who looks and dresses like a man, aside from being clean-shaven and having long hair. If that's all it takes to be a trans woman, then every heavy metal band from the 1970s up to the mid-1990s was made up almost exclusively of trans women. Alarmingly, I was also a trans woman from my teens until my early 20s. Then in my late 20s my hair started falling out, so I did what all bald men do, shave the head, grow a beard. Hazel, you do not look like a woman. If anything, he, because that's what he is, he looks like a time traveller. From the way he's dressed, a time traveller from 1994 from fucking Seattle. And I'm not afraid of trans people. I have no reason to fear trans people. What baffles me is that apparently there are many trans people who make no effort to look like the opposite gender they were born as, but instead dress and act within societal norms. What the fuck is going on? Good morning, drink your water, take your meds, trans rights are human rights. I agree with all that, but then fuck Farage. What has Nigel Farage got to do with trans rights? If you're not from the UK, Nigel Farage is the leader of the Reform Party who did very well at recent local elections. I don't think Reform go on about trans rights. Their big issue is curbing illegal immigration. Is it just that this woman, because again that's what she is of a woke mindset and therefore just needs a white man to hate? So I don't know what med she's on, but I'm guessing she needs to up the dosage. High flow, non-binary they them, because being a regular attention-seeking dickhead isn't enough in 2025. What the fuck was it meant to be? But here's the thing that really strikes me, it's the location. Yorkshire. I cannot imagine someone from Yorkshire being a non-binary they them. More than that, I can't imagine Yorkshire parents tolerating that shit under their roofs.
Okay, is it okay if I touch you?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Can I touch you?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Is it okay if I touch you during our consultation?
Yeah.
What the hell is going on there? Woke hairdressers. Surely, if one goes to a hairdresser or a barber, the implication is there that there will be some light physical contact. It is necessary to the process. And what's the alternative? I need to get my beard done and my head shaved. But if I go to my barber, sit down in the chair, and he goes, Dan, may I touch your cranium? And I say no. What's the response? Is my barber going to go, oh, okay then, Dan. That'll be 20 quid.
Which toilet do I use? Hello, I'm a non-binary person in the UK, and quite a lot of people seem to think it is appropriate to ask me which toilet I choose to use. In fact, there is a whole hoo-ha, a kerfuffle, as you might say, about this entire concept, and quite frankly, it's very boring. I don't know what some of you are doing in toilets, but it's very, very boring. My answers range depending on how sassy I am feeling of a given day. I might say something like, whichever has the shortest line. Or I might say whichever is clean, or I might say that certain things are always gender-neutral toilets, especially if I'm choosing to be very sassy. But the honest answer is whichever has the facilities that I require in order to pee safely. That's it. No one needs to know anything else. And the fact is, you might be able to guess the sex that I was assigned at birth. I haven't medically transitioned in any way, and I don't exactly make it a secret on my channel. So you can probably guess which bathroom I'm going to go in if it really, truly bothers you. If nothing else, only some bathrooms have bins for menstruation. But I'm going into a bathroom to use the bathroom. I'm not going in there to harass somebody. I'm not going in there to assault somebody. I'm going to use a bathroom, and you're just going to have to trust that I know where I need to go, as is true for the majority of the human race. So please, just stop being weird about it.
She's not non-binary, she's just an irritating woman with an attitude problem. Wearing clothing which would suggest she's just mugged Jimmy Carr. And she's not being sassy or witty or clever, she's being condescending and annoying. Now the point she makes about not going into a bathroom to assault someone, that's fair enough. However, she should be aware that if she goes into a male-only space, some men are absolute fucking monsters and they won't care she's dressed like a lesbian from the 1990s. She shouldn't be in male-only spaces, it puts her in danger. For the same reason our friend at the start of the video shouldn't be going into female-only spaces. This shit isn't complicated. Weren't they a joyful collection of the world's finest nut jobs? Anyway, that's the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, please do like and subscribe if you haven't already. If you could leave a like or a comment, that really helps the algorithm. If you would like to support me in making these videos, there's links in the description to my Patreon and the option to buy me a coffee, and thank you to everyone who's already done so. As ever, thanks for watching. People Being Awful, Part 40. How did we get to 40? By recording 39 other videos, damn you thick twat. High flow, non-binary they them. Just have a shave, Chief, and you'll be more feminine than Hazel. What's this now? Woke hairdressers. Now, if you go to a hairdresser or a barber, if you go to a barber, it's a fuck sight cheaper. I have no idea why women's hairdressers cost so much. And I've lost the thread. She isn't non-binary, she's just an irritating woman with an attitude problem. Fuck it. Oh fuck, it's still on.